A few nights ago, I was sitting in Starbucks, sipping my cafe latte, and working on my religious inquiries. I had open in front of me the Holy Quran, a book written by the Promised Messiah in Urdu, and a Bible in English. All of a sudden, a rush of people started coming in and were standing very close to my table, as my table was very close to the counter. Curiously, they stared and looked at the Holy Quran and the book in Urdu. I, to save judgment, to save embarrassment, due to a twisted complex in me of cultural differences, and to shy away from a confrontation, closed the two books and stacked them on the side and continued my reading. Anyhow, I read and read for a while, when suddenly I noticed a creepy drop of silence in the shop. Puzzled, I looked around. No one was in the store except for a worker in the kitchen. I turned around to look outside to see if somebody's outside. I turned out to see the window, and all I saw out there was one man, right opposite to me, staring right at me and breaking no eye contact to even blink. The window was not full size, so I only saw his face, but he was right there staring at me. It was weird. It was odd. I said whatever, and I turned around and continued my reading. After a while, I thought it was getting late, so I got up to leave. On my way out, I glanced at the window, and there he was again. That same man, outside right in front of me, staring right at me, breaking not eye contact for even a blink. I said to myself, Jeepers creepers, and immediately left the shop and went on home. While driving back, I kept on seeing those bloodshot red eyes in my head staring at me. But I thought I was really tired and just needed some rest, perhaps needed to stop thinking about it. When I got home, I pulled out my finest drink present at home, ginger ale, and the dinner from the night before, pasta, which I stuffed in the fridge before returning to whatever it was of work, which couldn't wait till I had finished the pasta. Anyhow, I prepared for myself a decent supper and went off to my sofa chair and placed my feet on the ottoman, took hold of the remote and switched to DVD mode to watch whatever was left in there from the night before, which I had not finished because I had to attend to some work after shoving my unfinished pasta in the fridge. Relaxed, comforted by my sofa chair, and a tasty supper, I finished what was left of the movie Paranormal Activity. Right when I finished, I noticed something right behind me, outside in the window. I turned around, got up, and removed the curtains. And there he was yet again. That same man, staring dead eye contact, with bloodshot red eyes, not breaking eye contact for even a blink. I immediately closed the curtains, picked up the baseball bat, and speed dialed the cops. When the cops got to my house, I told them everything about someone following me since I was at Starbucks. They made a check around and in the house and found nothing. They found nothing. Hinting at the way I was looking, tired, the cops suggested I get some rest and blamed the fatigue for possible hallucinations. Feeling myself awfully tired and ready to drop dead for comfort, I found no reason to reject the advice. As soon as they were gone, I cleaned up the dishes, rinsed my mouth right in the kitchen sink, went upstairs, jumped into my bed, and passed out. In my dream, I saw that I kept on getting to new places and countries with new cultures. But whenever I changed myself to fit in, everybody mysteriously disappeared. And as if that was not strange enough, I kept on running into that same man from Starbucks after the mysterious disappearances. No matter where I moved, same events followed. That same man kept on appearing before me with his staring After a while, in the dream, I woke up out of horror, terrified. I woke up. The time was somewhere between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., as I remember it, and I decided to splash some water into my face, and perhaps some senses into a fatigued and tired, overburdened brain. I got out of my room, opened the hallway lights, and went into the restroom without turning on its lights, and left the door open. I turned on the tap and splashed some cold water on my face. Satisfied, then I closed the tap and grabbed the towel on my right. As I looked up in the mirror while drying my face, I saw there he was yet once again. That same man. That same man standing exactly in front of me, in the mirror, looking right at me, in the eyes, with his dead-shot red eyes, without even a blink, paralyzed due to the fright. I kept on looking as my guts made their way up to my throat. I used the towel to rub my eyes out of this premonition, but as I brought the towel down from my eyes, I saw him making the same gesture, copying every move I make, holding the same towel, making identical facial expressions as me, as though it was he who was petrified to insanity. As though it was he petrified to insanity. Or perhaps he was just mocking me. I opened the lights to see if there was someone physically there, but even after that, it was only me and him in the mirror in the restroom. It was gut-wrenching. It's been like that since that night. And that night changed my life. Now, not a day nor a night goes by that I don't see him. After every while, he pops up in front of me whenever I look at mirrors or translucent glasses. I call him now the man in the mirror. No matter how much I change places to live, people to live around, or cultures to be in, or consequently even myself, my appearances, my verbosity, my personality, the man in the mirror never goes away. Sometimes I wonder if he is just my reflection. God knows. Because besides the man in the mirror, me, it's only God that is always with me. The reason I wasn't able to recognize him, the reason I wasn't able to recognize me, was because, well, everybody forgets themselves, their religion, culture, family, and their identity while trying to move into new cultures,